It's adventure day. Where are we off to today, I hear you ask? Well, that's for you to find out. Right, well that's Tesco's all done, we're fueled up. Let's get to destination and I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going to be going on today. And so this is where we are today then. So we have come to a place called the Bog Mine, which is based just on the west side of the Stiper Stones in Shropshire, if you're ever familiar with it. But I'm going to get set up here first, and then what I think I'm going to do shortly is just take you guys for a quick look around just over here. It's dripping in history, but I have got no clue about it. Right, without further ado, I'm going to take you across there and find out what this is. I believe it's an old mining place. God knows. Anyway, let's get over there, let's have a quick look what it's about, and then we'll head back. I'm not really a historian, I'm not really into history. There are some parts that I do like history wise, but because this is in Shropshire, let's go and have a look. So the bog was actually a mining community with steam driven pumps and winding gear surrounded by huge spoil leaps. What a name, the bog. Now when somebody says the bog to me, I always think about going to drop your turtle off. But this is what we've got round here, and I think this might have been all round here may have been the actual village for the bog. I don't know, I'm not a history guy. I don't really enjoy history, to be frank. GCSE results for history. Yep, I better not put them on screen or anything. I reckon that'd be a nice view on a clear day. Literally just over here, and I'm going to say about 300-400 metres away, there is an actual campsite, but it is like a wild camping campsite, and it's called Nipstone Camping. There'll be a link in the description and I'll put on screen now. We've been there before quite a few times.
We're on the Christmas camp with the Shropshire Mafia. It's 2021. It's been quite a poor year actually for some of us. But then we met her.
Well, if you're a wild camper, just behind here, one of these walks as well, I'm not sure which path it is, but one of these paths will take you into the back of Nipstone Camping, where you just literally go and knock on the door, say hi, I want a night's camp. And I think last year it cost us around 7 or 8 quid, but they're great. There's a compost toilet there. There is also a normal toilet as well, but you can't drive onto the campsite. So basically what they do is they let you use their wheelbarrows, take all your kit and wheel it into the grounds, which is probably what, 50 meters away. So I guess I should really tell you then who I'm out with tonight. So tonight I'm out with no other than a Shropshire lad, as always, but there's somebody else as well. When that person arrives, we'll show you them on camera. And as we're leading into Christmas, I've bought a Shropshire lad an early Christmas present. I've got him some other stuff as well, but I'm going to give him this one pretty much today when he arrives. So a while ago, we went to a campsite called Forest Fields, probably about 4 videos ago. I'll put a picture on screen now of a picture I took of his motorhome, which he liked. And from that, I found this company online that have done this for me. So there we go. The picture that I took, I've had it put onto like a little mat. So when he gets in his motorhome, he'll see his motorhome. But yeah, it's got a Shropshire lad there as well. Just to give you guys a better look at what it looks like. That was it. That's all the tables and chairs outside and his motorhome. So that's what I've had done for him. Let's see the reaction when he gets here. And I'll bring you guys along to see what it's like. So I thought I'd explain the purpose of this camp then. So the camp, the reason why we've come out tonight is one, it's an awesome location. It's an absolute beautiful place. But the main purpose of this video is because tonight's temperature, they have forecasted it to get down to around -1. We thought, what perfect way to test what we've got in our van to see if we're capable in winter. So what I've got so far is I've got my diesel heater, which is going to be a huge help. Also in a previous video you saw some Occopa hand warmers. They're going to be getting chucked in the bed as well, just to warm up that blanket just before I lie on it. Also I've got my thermals as well, and also I've got the insulation for the windscreen and also for the windows as well. So I think that's a perfect opportunity to try and see if we can, well, see if we can camp in winter. For those of you that are long standing to the channel, you will know that I've had my fair share of camps in winter. We've survived. We've got good gear, ranging from the Hilleberg tents to the Alpkit sleeping bags. So basically we've got all the gear, but I just want to see if we're going to be capable of doing it in a van and remaining nice and warm. I'm fairly confident that what I've got in here is going to keep me nice and warm, but talking and actually doing it is two separate things. So that's the purpose of this video, to see if we can camp in sub-zero temperatures. I've got the temperature gauge out tonight, so I'm going to leave that out, and that's going to tell me what the temperature is for outside only. I will show you a screenshot in the morning of what it actually did get down to, but it's going to be interesting to see if the forecast is correct. Fingers crossed they are, because we want a true replication of what it's going to be like in winter in those cold temperatures. But at the same time, let's just try and break ourselves in slowly. Hey, does it actually get any better than this? The GIMP has arrived! Right, he's arrived. Let's see what he says about this then. Let's go. I got something for you, mate. I got something for you too. That's for you, mate, that is.
Oh, let's have a look at that.
It's
the love bus. Fucking hell.
I don't know where the fuck it'll go, but...
Thank you very much, mate.
Oh, you're welcome, Squire.
Oh, he's going to go there, isn't he?
Might need to cut it down. Yeah, take a few inches off it.
Well, you know, you're
stand on your camper then.
And I can move these all up a bit and that'll...
Job done.
Safe.
So the time is now 4 o'clock, and just to give you guys an idea of what the temperature is, I've just logged on to the Sensor Blue app, which is for my little temperature sensor here, and as you can see on screen, the temperature is 3.56, and it's got that cold I've had to get my hand warmers out, which are bloody amazing. I'll leave a link in the description to them if you'd like to check them out. If you're in the market as we're coming into winter now, it might be worth considering to get some. But there's a link in the description just for you guys to check out. Well, the time is 4:10. As you've seen, a Shropshire lad's turned up. This other person that I told you about that was coming. It was meant to be Russ, the Druid Rambler. He was meant to be turning up, and we all arranged to meet at 2 o'clock. And he's not here. So we're wondering where he is. I mean, it's not cold, it's quite warm here. So yeah, Russ, where are you?
Getting worried about you now, mate.
Yeah, I'm quite...
messaged him a few
in fact, who's this? Is this Russ? Don't be silly. Thought that was Russ.
False alarm.
We know Russ has got form, but we just don't know if he's going to be arriving yet or not. We'll leave it at that, and we'll let you know later if he arrives. So I've just come back in the van now. It's time for us to prep tea, but he's getting tea sorted in his van.
Wanker.
Did you hear that? He's actually given me a walkie-talkie, so let's check in with him, shall we? All right, you piece of tripe. Wait for it, guys.
Roger that, David. Over into the main kitchen area. I will start prepping the oven. Over.
This is 10419 Robert Ducker. Yeah, I'm just going to start prepping the vegetables, Gordon, and we're going to then... I'll bring them over to you, actually, for you to cook. Is that all right? Over.
Roger that. Over and out.
Who knew that a walkie-talkie could be so much fun. Are you going to wash your ball bag tonight? There was a bit of a stench coming from the motorhome.
My bollocks, that's all the fun of camping is a bit of queef.
Anyway, we're out of here. God help us, it is roasting in here, folks. But here's tea for tonight. Look at this.
I think we need some bigger plates.
I think we do, mate, don't we? But he's getting a bit of YouTube on. We're settling in for the night. So we'll catch up with you when it's bedtime.
Oh, that sounds a bit weird. There's the two of us out here.
Right then, sports fans, the time is 7:25. I know. It's getting earlier and earlier. But I'm going to chill out in the van. I've got the diesel heater on, and that is kicking out some lovely heat. I'll just show you quick. We're running at 13 degrees at the moment in the van, and I've put it up to 23. However long it takes to get up to that temperature, I do not know, but at the moment I am lovely and warm in here so far. That said, I'm going to leave you guys and I'm going to catch up with you beautiful lot in the morning. Good night. Morning glampers. Well, last night got very cold indeed. There was a time, late evening, where it was about 6 degrees, and then through the night, the lowest it got to, I don't know. I'll put a screenshot on now of what the lowest it got to. I think it must have been, judging by just being outside now to see Gord, it must have been around 2 degrees. But last night at about 10 o'clock, I had to turn the diesel heater off. I put it on again at around 2 o'clock. Because it was around 9 degrees in the van, and then at 5 o'clock this morning I put the diesel heater back on, and it's been on since. Battery power, so I've only got 2 lead acid batteries, leisure batteries, 110 amp hours in there. There's 2 of them. They have coped very well. Lights, diesel heater, my fridge. I'm confident now I can go out in the minus figures. The only thing I'm going to invest in is an electric blanket, I think, and I can run that off one of the power stations. Right, just before we say goodbye, I know in last week's video I said I'd give you a quick update on the watch. The watch, great, got nothing against it. So I just thought I'd take you guys quickly through the watch and just show you the functions that it's got. So this is one of the faces that you can have. There are other severals which we'll look at in a minute, but if we scroll that way, we can see that it brings up different types of options there. One's going to be like the weather, the other one's going to be your sleeping, so you can actually wear the watch when you're asleep. If we scroll down, you can see that it's got a list of other functions as well. They've got the torch just here, and it just brings the screen to complete whiteness. You've got wrist here as well. So obviously when it's on your wrist and you're flicking the watch towards you to check the time, it automatically illuminates on. It'll bring up all the other functions it's got. So it's got call, it's got heart rate. You've got your main one here where you can dial the number if you need to call it, if you know. What else have we got? Oh, so we could do music on it. We've got settings. So you could set timers on there. You can check the weather, but you've got to be connected to your mobile device for that, which I'm not at the moment. So on the back of the screen, you've got this thing here. This is basically what lights up when you're checking your oxygen in your blood or even your heartbeat. If you scroll to the right, you'll see I've done sod all today. That is where it'll check your heart rate, and you'll see that it's pulsating on the back there. If I'm going out hiking or anything, I will continue to use my outdoors watch that I've got, which you guys have seen in previous videos. The only reason for that is because I can have Outdoor Active and Google Maps on there to help me with navigation. I'll leave a link in the description if you'd like to go and check it out. For me personally, and this is only a personal choice, if you're using a watch for the outdoors, this isn't the watch for you. But if you want a watch to look good, to look stylish, going out, everyday use, for work purposes, or even just for leisure purposes, certainly come and check this watch out. Link in the description. Right, well, we're just setting up to leave, and I know we're quite high up, but we've actually got a little bit of snow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, if he comes in the light.
Snowflakes.
Look at the snowflakes. on his jacket
I
here.
think we're staying all night, Dave.
We're going to be snowed in. What an absolute shame. He's ready to go. He's ready to go. Although we did have trouble starting his van. Obviously, it was quite good that I was here to give him some advice on how to start it. It's a good job I was here, really, wasn't it? Eh? We had jump start cables the lot out already, but it's like, no, try this, Gordon, it'll work. And it did, mate. Anyway, that's it from us. Thanks ever so much for watching, and we'll see you
On the next one.
on another adventure.
Oh, what?
Yeah, whatever, mate. I don't, yeah. See you tonight. Better take you guys with me. See you later. There comes a time in camping when Kevin comes in handy.